Positions of power only exist because men need something to continually convince themselves and others that they are as powerful or more powerful than women are. And that's the lie that men tell themselves every single day. And the reason that their hierarchy and their positions of power reward psychopathic and sociopathic and narcissistic behavior is precisely because those are the disorders that are most likely to make somebody that delusional and that confident about it. Because there's this idea that positions of power exist to reward hard work, and that's just objectively, demonstrably not true. The positions of power reward delusion and the ability to manipulate or blackmail others. And the other thing that positions of power reward is having money in the first place. Those are one of the three things that you need to have in order to claim a position of power. You need to be delusional, abusive, or manipulative, or already rich. That's how it works. That's how you get into a position of power. So unsurprisingly, we find very few women there. We find women in thankless jobs that they are doing because they just believe in something, right? Specifically because they don't believe in this hierarchy of external reward. A lot of women have the privilege of knowing that satisfaction and validation and the reward for your hard work all comes from within, right? You can't externalize that stuff and expect to function normally. You know, the world is not a fair place, and it doesn't take much to understand that people that are most likely to succeed are exactly what I named off in the beginning, right? They're ruthless, driven by delusion, or once again, they're already rich and have had everything handed to them. So they're just going to buy whatever they want, and eventually they'll just top out somewhere. But that's what it is. And that's why you find women concentrated in certain fields and men concentrated in certain fields. And this is why we also say there's like a glass ceiling for women, because women are socialized and function socially very on a different wavelength than men. They're just not part of the boys club. Power functions on exclusivity. So men need to try and keep their exclusive claim to power positions, once again, in order to convince women that this whole charade is even necessary. I think the longer they can dangle these positions of power, the longer they can do that, the longer we will stay delusional as well. And the longer that we will keep ourselves from realizing that all of this is just a made up, stupid little game that men invented to give women a sense of lack and put them into a scarcity mindset. That's why they even invented the concept of like working outside the home is work, but working inside the home is not work. Because it's all about who can keep up this charade the longest. It's all about who can keep their mask on the longest, the mask of usefulness and the mask of irreplaceability. And also positions of power are like the only place to be this delusional and this out of touch with reality, that you get to just do whatever you want and you get to be completely disconnected from the suffering of other people. That's why it's mostly psychos in those positions. They don't understand a community mindset, right? They think that people are just like them. Fickle, evil, dumb, talentless. And they think that other people need to be controlled and ruled with an iron fist. They're projecting their own mental state onto other people. That's what a lot of us do. And it takes time to actually garner like real discernment, understand where all these kinds of mindsets are coming from. But that's where they're coming from. They come from being this out of touch. They place of projection. They come from a place of fear. And so, of course, it is going to be the men that are clamoring for those positions, because a lot of men, because of the way they're socialized, feel scared, empty, delusional, lonely, and quite frankly, psychotic on the inside, because they don't understand the real value of work and that it's internal, that the real value of everything is internal. They think that just because they externalize things, that so does everybody else, and they think that that's a normal way to live when it's not. And they congregate in the spaces that men like them created. And it's this never-ending self-fulfilling perpetual cycle that we're all gonna live in until we all collectively realize this. I hope this helps. Stay safe out there, ladies. I love you so much.